Good morning, third grade. It's Mrs. McCosco. It's so nice to be with you. I hope everybody is doing well and you're enjoying your second day of school from home. So today is day 4, and this is when you would normally come to library class. I'm so glad that we get to be together, even though it might not be at school at the Hoover Library. You're coming here at home to my library. So it is so good to see all of you, and I'm so grateful to Mr. Hansberry for making me a part of your Google Classroom so I can post assignments and communicate with you right here where you find everything else. So I'm so excited for us to have our first online library class. So what we're going to take a peek at today is just using Britannica in order to do some research. So I know that Mr. Hansberry has asked you to go on to Britannica and to get some facts about an animal. So it's wonderful when we put together all of these online resources that we have available to us right along with the books that we have available in the library. So we'll kind of tie those two things together today as we take a look at some nonfiction information on animals. So we'll start with the online part with Britannica and then see if we can connect that to our books in our school library that we've been working on before our break with Destiny. So what you're taking a look at here on this page, you might recognize this page. This is our elementary links page. A lot of you go to this page in order to access Clever or a lot of your social studies and math and reading resources. You can certainly click on Clever right here and go to that Clever page, and then go to Britannica School or our Britannica online website. Or another option is to come down here where it says library. We've done this before, and you click on library, and these are all of our links for library class. And this is where you will find out a link right here for Britannica School. That's what we're going to take a look at today. And then in one of our other lessons, we'll be going up here and taking a look at Follette, Destiny. That's our Destiny program that we use all the time in school, that we were using on our last lessons. Before we had our break, this is what you use to find books and to see if they're available in our library. You can do this from home too. You don't have to be at school in order to access our Destiny catalog. So you can take a look and see what books are in and what books are out. But for today, we're going to take a look at Britannica School because that's where Mr. Hansberry wants you to go. That's the resource he wants you to use to find some facts on an animal. So I'm going to open Britannica School right here for you. And then we come to this area. Now I am already signed in. If it was asking you to sign in and you needed to use the username and password, don't forget our username is, do you remember? Let's see. I think I heard somebody say it. You're right. Our username is Mount Lebanon, MTLEBANON. And our password is, who remembers? You're right. It is Mount Lebanon School District initials. So that's MTLSD. And then you would just simply click sign in. And this is our username for everybody at school in order to use Britannica, which is our online encyclopedia, our online information. And this is for us, all of us to use from Hoover School. So I'm going to just click the X. You would click sign in, but I'm already signed in. So I'm going to click the X. And notice it says Britannica School Elementary up here. Can you see my mouse going over these? This is awesome. So we can take a look at this whole screen. So the next thing I'm going to do right now, boys and girls, is I'm going to make my little box here with me disappear for a minute. This way you can see the whole screen and I'm not taking up half of the screen. So you'll still hear my voice, but I'm going to pop and disappear for a minute. And there I go. So now when you take a look at Britannica School, this first page, If you come down, you'll notice all kinds of topics that are down here or categories. I like to look at this animal kingdom one since we're looking up information on animals. And notice here is an advertisement to go right to the animal kingdom page. So I can click down here or I can come up here. Either one will take me to all the facts about animals. Now, for this example, I'm going to go into the mammal category because the animal I'm going to use as an example is under mammals. So let's take a look what I can find under mammals. So I clicked on mammals, and this will give me some other information about this subtopic of animals. And the animal that I chose to research is a cheetah, just because they're so fast and so fascinating. So this is the animal I'm going to research. So I'm going to click on cheetah, and it's going to bring up all this wonderful information on a cheetah. It tells me information down here. I know there's a page I can click on that'll tell me everything about where cheetahs live. Physical characteristics or physical features tell me everything about how this animal looks. Behaviors, that'll tell me everything that this animal does. The life cycle of this animal, and then this animal, the cheetah's interaction with humans. So I can click on any one of these pages. Right now, if you look, I'm on the introduction page, but then I can come down and find out information about habitat. Where cheetahs live would be a habitat. It tells me all about that. If I want to find out about food, that's probably under behaviors because that would be something the animal does. And then I also know we want to find out about other activities that that animal does. So I would certainly want to click on behaviors once I find the animal that I want to study. Behavior, physical features, what does it look like, and certainly where does it live, and find out all kinds of information about each animal. Now, Mr. Hansberry also said make sure you take some notes on these different areas. So I wouldn't copy everything that's on here word for word, but I would write down some phrases and take some notes. Now, the other interesting thing about these articles that are in here, and you'll find for your animal also, is there's different reading levels. So I am at a reading level 1, and I can click to a reading level 2. And these have nothing to do with a grade level, boys and girls. A reading level 1 mostly means us in elementary school. A reading level of a 2, that's probably more for maybe middle school, or even looks like there's a 3 out here, which might be for high school students. So please don't think, oh, I am a great reader, so I'm going to go into level 2 and start to read through all of this. You certainly can read through level 2, and it's going to give you a lot of great information. But just remember, a lot of this might be a little bit too difficult for us. So 1, 2, and 3 have nothing to do with grade levels. It's really about schools. Think of 1 as elementary, middle school, and maybe even secondary school is out here for a level 3. So it's okay to stick with level 1. If you're not getting enough information, then go ahead and try level 2 and see what else is out there for you. Okay, so these are some of our great features for finding information and for using Britannica School to find things for us. And even as you click around in here, boys and girls, you'll notice sometimes we click and we lose our spot. Or if you notice before this word up here, Britannica School Elementary, it then said middle school because I was showing you the middle school level articles where it said level 2. So anytime you've lost your place or you got out of the elementary school, you can just simply click on this logo in the upper left-hand corner that says Britannica School, and it'll take you back to the beginning. And this is the beginning: elementary, middle, and high school. And that's where they get those levels of 1, 2, and 3. So anytime you're inside of Britannica School and you're clicking around and you've lost your way, or somehow you got into middle school and you're not sure how to get back, let's see if we can do that again. And I'm into level 2. Oh, do you notice how this changed to middle school now? So remember what I said, you just simply click on Britannica. If you want to get back to the beginning, you got very deep into your learning and into your reading, and you want to get back to the beginning, just click on this logo, and then you can make sure you're back at elementary school. Remember that 1 stands for elementary school, and that's where we want to be. And there's always some great information up here too with Did You Know? Which is kind of fun. Sometimes they'll give you different kinds of questions that you can answer. So there are tons and tons of things that you can do in Britannica, and we'll talk more about those as our next lessons continue. But for this week, Mr. Hansberry asked you to find some information and do some research on an animal that you have chosen. So remember, try Explore Animal Kingdom. This week, it's popping up at the top of the screen. If it doesn't pop up at the top of the screen for you, just come down here and go to Animal Kingdom. Okay? So boys and girls, it was very nice talking to you today. Here I am back up on the screen again. It was very nice talking to you today. It was wonderful having a chance to review Britannica School with you and to review how to do some online searching. So this shows us some things that we can look at and some information that we can find to help us with our assignment with animals with Mr. Hansberry. And also, it provides us with different links for getting into taking a peek at books that are available also on Destiny. That is also available right from Clever. We know right from Clever, we can go to Britannica, we can go to Destiny online, our Destiny catalog, and we also can do that from elementary resources. Don't forget about that also. We can access our Destiny program, and we'll talk more about all of this in the next few weeks. There's our Hoover link that we always go to for Destiny. Okay. So before I sign off today, I just want to mention the next part of the assignment, and this is just to get us comfortable using Google Classroom. I just want you to share one fact in our Google Classroom that you learned about your animal. Tell me something new that you learned, something cool, something exciting, and don't forget to mention the name of your animal. So if I was going to share something that I learned about a cheetah, what I would submit in Google Classroom would start with a cheetah does something, or a cheetah likes to, and then I would finish my statement, and then I would submit it in the Google Classroom. And don't forget, when you submit things in your Google Classroom, mark them as done. So that way Mr. Hansberry and I have a checklist of everybody who has turned in their assignment. So it was wonderful seeing all of you again today. I hope all of you are well. I hope everybody's doing wonderful things at home. Enjoy searching through Britannica and enjoy finding some great, cool facts about your animal. And let me know one new thing that you find out. Can't wait to read your responses. I'll see you soon. Bye for now, Hoover.